I'm about to go take a shower and wash my hair, so, like, ignore this. I'm so itchy. Like, everything is so dry and itchy. My hands are like, I don't know if you would even classify it as eczema. I'm just getting really, really dry between my fingers, and it's so itchy, and I'm trying not to do this and scratch it because I'm just trying to keep putting lotion on. It's really annoying. My hair is dry. My hair never gets dry. My hair has always been oily. Like, my scalp has always been oily. And, like, it just, the general, like, the air right now is so dry. My scalp is dry and itchy. I probably, like, have dry skin on my shoulders. But it's just driving me insane. What was I going to say? Completely forgot what I was saying. We went to the post office this morning and, like, ran our Saturday errands and stuff, and the Jeep front passenger tire is making a weird noise when you take right-hand turns. Like, I thought it was maybe the brake pad, but I'm not entirely certain. Like, I don't know enough about cars to diagnose it myself. And Steven's not great with cars either. Like, he is very handy with, like, building stuff and fixing things and everything, but he doesn't know jack about cars. So my uncle's coming over tomorrow to fix the, did I even talk about the friggin' dishwasher? This is why I came on here, because one thing after another is breaking. The dishwasher won't drain. I, by hand, because I don't have a wet vac, I did talk about that last time. I by hand scooped all the water out of the bottom of the dishwasher with, like, a cup and bucket, because my uncle couldn't come over to give me the shop vac, so I was like, I'm gonna see if I can get most of the water out, and I did. I was able to. And then, like, I put on a glove and I was trying to fish around in there to see if anything was clogging up the drain, and nothing that I can see or feel is clogged. So you can hear the motor turn on, so, like, I don't think it needs a new motor or pump or whatever, unless there's a clog that's, like, in the tube behind the machine, and I didn't pull that out. So he's coming over tomorrow to check that for me, and now he has to, like, go for a ride with Steven and listen to what's going on with the car. So I don't know why so many things go wrong, like, all at the same time. Like, I told you guys last week, well, we ended the week with the dishwasher fucking up. That has not been fixed because my uncle came today, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm, like, on the verge of tears here, and I don't even know why. So the Jeep was making noise, and Steven didn't know if it was the brake pads or not. So my uncle was like, well, I'm coming over tomorrow, so I'll take a look at that too. So he came, and that was the first thing he did, was go out to take a look at that. So he had it up on the jack, and I'm still, like, shaking. He had it up on the jack and put it on, like, the jack stands. I don't know the terms for all these things, and my brain is just frazzled right now. So he had it up, and we couldn't get it to make that grinding noise that it was making. And he's like, I need to try to get the tires to spin. I can probably do it by hand. And he was going to have me turn the wheel, so I was in the Jeep. Steven was on the right-hand side to watch the front passenger tire, and my uncle was on the left spinning that tire, because the front passenger tire was off on the ground, and my uncle was going to spin the other one while I turned the wheel inside the Jeep to try and get it to make that grinding noise again, because he didn't think it's the brake pads. And I turned it that way, it wasn't making noise, went to turn it the other way, and then I heard, like, a thump, and he's like, ah, son of a bitch, I cut my finger. And, like, he held it up, and I'm good with gore and stuff in movies and everything, but, like, I thought I was gonna pass out. I immediately started freaking out. He turned white as a ghost because he cannot even look at blood or he passes out. He had to go lay down. He cut off the tip of his finger, and he has no fucking medical insurance. And Steven just took him in his Jeep to the emergency room, And like he told me, do not tell Nani. I can't tell my grandma. I don't know what I'm gonna do because he's gonna be there for hours. And what do I tell her? I don't want her heart going. And like, I'm having a fucking fit right now. And Steven said he's gonna bring him in and make sure he gets in there, and then he's gonna come home until my uncle calls him to come get him again. Because I was like, I don't want you sitting in a waiting room with a bunch of sick people. That's all we need now, is to get some other sickness in the house that we can't get rid of for weeks on end. So the Jeep is not fixed, the dishwasher is not fixed, although those are like the least of my worries now. I'll order the brake pads and the rotors for the Jeep because he thinks that will help. But it could be the axle too, so that's going to be another expense. And it's like, what the fuck? Every time that I think we're getting like a little ahead, something breaks or something happens, and like all the savings, the very little savings that we have saved up, has to be used for this crap. So I'm like ready to be sick. So, I wrapped his, like, there was an abnormally small amount of blood for what just happened, which I was very shocked at. But I wrapped a bunch of paper towel, and then I still have the electrical tape in my pocket because I went and grabbed that, and I was like, I'm just gonna wrap this really tight so that it doesn't bleed everywhere and you don't see blood. And now that I'm thinking about it, when he came running in the house, there's blood on the door that I have to go clean. But the cats were all upset. They were like, especially Floki, whenever somebody is sick or something happens, like if Aiden throws up or something, Floki has a fit. Floki was having a fit the day that I was not feeling good and laying on the couch. He stayed with me the whole time. So both the kitties are exhausted from that little event. But yeah. And then he's like apologizing to us that he couldn't get the Jeep figured out today. And I'm like, don't worry about it, because it's something that we'll figure out eventually. And if we have to take it someplace, then we have to take it someplace where they'll try to friggin' I don't want to use that word. What word do I want to use? Try to screw me up the ass for how much they're going to charge for something simple that we can do, you know? But like I said, Steven isn't great with cars, so I wouldn't want to have him do it and then have something else go wrong with it. Like, he's really handy with fixing broken stuff, and he has a background in carpentry and construction and everything, but I'm just sniffing this because I got a new fragrance oil and it smells really good. But yeah, I was making some stuff with I got a Ninja Creamy last week because QVC had it on the today's special value, and I've been really excited about that and loving coming up with different stuff. And I made them some ice cream before they went outside. And then this happened. So like, we were having a good morning, but then this happened, and I don't know what I'm gonna do about my grandma, because he would normally be home by now. What time is it? It's 1:30. She's gonna end up calling me when she can't reach him, and I have to come up with something to not make her super upset. Like, he cut himself and needed stitches or something, but she's gonna know that he like refuses to go to the hospital or anything because he has no insurance. So she's gonna know that it's bad if he went to the hospital, you know? So I don't know what the hell to tell her. I'm trying to like rack my brain for what I'm gonna come up with, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to tell her and freak her out because she gets upset over everything. She's like me. She's a worrywart, but she always has her heart that I have to worry about, so I don't want her getting all upset over it. And I have our Jeep. I can always go over there if she needs me to, but like, I'm hoping that they take him in right away and don't have him waiting there for hours, because there's no stitching this. Like, I don't know. I've watched enough medical shows and everything that I have an inkling of what I think they're gonna do, but like, there's no stitches involved in this. It's like cut off to the bone. So it's not, I want to say, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like it shredded it. Like, the top of his finger is just fucked. It's fucked. That's the only way I can explain it. So I'm like, I can tell her that he cut himself and needed stitches, but she's gonna know that it was worse than that because for him to actually go when he knows he can't afford it. I don't know what to do. I friggin' I don't know. Like, I was gonna call 911 and he's like, no, don't do that, because like they charge you $1,000 right off the bat if an ambulance has to come get you. So I was like, okay, well, you better have Steven take you. He wanted to drive himself, and I'm like, if you pass out behind the wheel, that's going to be 1,000 times worse. You're going to get in an accident and hurt yourself and somebody else. I don't, the poor kitties, they're all upset. It's okay, guys, I know. I have to clean the door because you probably smell the blood. Oh, I don't know what to do if Nani calls me Rag, which I'm sure she will in a little while, because she's going to be like, where is he and what is he doing? I need to, like, decompress because I'm very stressed out right now. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do if she calls me. You need to help me calm down because I don't know what to do. I'm like... you just fogged up my glasses. You smell good. I don't understand why it's always one thing after the other, and then a lull, and then it starts again with one thing after the other happening. I don't want Steven putting a bunch more wear and tear on that, because he drives like 45 minutes to work and then 45 minutes home every day, and I don't want something to happen where there's blood on the floor too. I gotta go clean this, so I'm gonna go try and decompress, and I will update you guys later to let you know what's going on. Okay, things are more calmer now. It is nighttime. I can sit here and spew to you my rant of how the day went. So, Steven dropped him off at the emergency room, and he came home like 10 minutes later, because they took him in right away. So then we were waiting, and my uncle kept calling me because he was bored. And like, I guess the first thing they did was they took x-rays of it. They didn't even unwrap it to look at it. They x-rayed the damn thing and said he got the top of the bone too. Which I didn't see bone when it was all mangled, but it's probably a good thing I didn't see that. But then they made him wait 2 hours, and it was a little over 2 hours actually, because like in the meantime I had to call my grandma and tell her what was going on. I did it as smoothly as I could. She didn't get too upset, thankfully, but I had to go there and walk Izzy because she needed to go out at that point, and my grandma can't walk her because Izzy's a big dog and my grandma is frail. So I had to go walk Izzy. I brought the ice cream that I had made her and everything so that she'd still get that. And we stayed there for a little while, and then we came back home and we still hadn't heard from him. And then he called me and they still hadn't seen him yet. But then maybe 5 minutes after I hung up with him at that point, he texted me and said, "I'm in, don't text me back," because I guess he had like no service in there anyway. But I have pictures of it which I could show you guys, but that will probably get flagged and taken down because it's gross. Sorry, I used one of the foot peel masks and my feet are peeling everywhere, so that's gross too right now. But what else was I gonna say? They gave it a good cleaning, and there's nothing like, because it's so mangled up it's his middle finger on his right hand, so of course he's right-handed, of course it's gonna be the right hand. There's nothing to stitch to like close it up, so like I guess the nurse called a hand surgeon or like sent him photos of it or whatever, and he said to just clean it and wrap it because there's less chance of an infection. Like if they were to take skin from somewhere else, and like there's just less chance of infection to just wrap it up and let it heal that way. But he has to see a hand surgeon tomorrow morning. Like the hand surgeon wasn't there to like see him right then and there, so he has to go to that tomorrow morning. Which is great because, again, he doesn't have insurance and now they're talking a friggin' surgeon. So, when he was finally done, me, Steven, and Aiden went to go pick him up from the emergency room, and then brought him back here because obviously his Jeep was here, and then he drove himself back home. So my grandma should be fine now because he's home. But that was how my day went. It was full of excitement, but it wasn't any exciting excitement. So I am probably gonna conk out tonight because whenever something happens like this, where like there's a whole bunch going on, I'm just adrenaline all day and then I crash. I'm gonna sleep so good tonight probably. So I'm glad Aiden doesn't have school tomorrow because I don't have to worry about that. Getting up early or whatever. This is so annoying. See, when you get the foot peel masks that actually work, like 3 days after I use them, I don't know why all of them say like in 5 to 7 days you'll see your skin start peeling, because mine is like 3 days tops and the whole freaking foot skin just peels. And then it's so annoying because it's like between your toes. It's freaking annoying. I hate feet to begin with. I hate other people's feet. I hate my feet. I don't know how people have foot fetishes. I think feet are ugly. I just hate feet in general. So the fact that mine get all dry and annoying and I have to do this stupid foot peel crap makes it even worse. But anyway, I just wanted to come back on and say everything is okay now. He's back home, and what a friggin' afternoon. I'm telling you, like if it's not one thing, it's another. So it is Tuesday. I just realized that I edited my vlog from last week but didn't upload it, so I'm gonna go do that right now. My uncle came over today and I had to change the bandage for him because he can't do it himself, because just looking at it makes him want to pass out. So it doesn't look as bad as I thought it was gonna look now that it's all like not I guess now that it's all cleaned up, it's not all like mangled meat like it was the day that it happened. It was so like, it just freaked me out that like I heard that thunk. That thunk haunted me all night because I was the only one that heard it. Him and Steven were both outside. I heard it from inside the Jeep and I just heard thunk, and then he like held his hand up like every horror movie I've ever seen where someone gets a finger or a hand or something cut off and you're like, ah, like this. So that's all I could think of. But yeah, it doesn't look as bad now. He could not look at it. It took like an hour and a half because he was being so skittish about taking the bandage off. And of course, it was kind of stuck to where like the fleshiest part of it is, I guess. I'm trying not to be too graphic, but I told him just soak it in saline. We went through a whole can of the saline cleaner stuff. So finally, after like poking and prodding at it, we finally got it off because he had to keep stopping and taking breaks. I swear, I was just talking about this with my friend. If men had to go through the things that women go through, it would just be like there would be weeks off at a time for emotional distress and having to recover from having a period and cramps and stuff. But anyway, we finally got it done. I'm trying to be funny now, and I just ordered some like like the self-sticking gauze that like, because like I had to wrap it with the I don't know what it's called, the wound pads that are supposed to not stick, but they end up sticking anyway. I had to put that over the top because of the way it is, and then just regular gauze. I did it like how I saw the hospital, like how the hospital had done it for him. Just regular gauze, and then like the self-stick gauze tape stuff that you just wrap around it to hold everything in. I ordered some of that stuff that's got like smiley faces and stuff on it because I'm trying to be funny. If I'm gonna have to do this for him until it's healed enough that he can actually look at it, then I'm going to get a kick out of being able to put different colored stuff on him. I don't know what I did to my wrist, but like I can't bend it forward because it's hurting. I think I was sleeping on it or something, because it's the past couple days it's just been like cracky and freaking hurts. But Aiden just finished school. I had to have him do social studies by himself because my uncle came over at 12 o'clock, because I said, if you come over during Aiden's lunch break, I can do it. But then he farted around so much trying to get the bandage off that it was like I had to get Aiden on his social studies class and then go back down there to keep helping him, because he had to obviously let it completely dry after we cleaned it. So after that, I got Aiden on his social studies class, and he just did that by himself. So, and then he had speech today because she can't do it Friday. I think she said her daughter is graduating or something, and she has to go to Minnesota for that. So he has no speech on Friday, which I might just have him skip his social skills class at the end of the day, because then that means he's done on Friday at noon. They're having a lot of like short days and shorter weeks this month. So it is Wednesday. My the parts I had to order for the Jeep, the brake pads and rotors, just came, and I'm glad I checked the box first before I lifted it, because I was not expecting it to be that heavy. I just pictured it as being like two round things and like the little brake pads. I wasn't expecting it to be like freaking 50 something pounds. It was very heavy when I went to lift it up, and the box, like it's been pouring on and off all day, so the box was all wet and destroyed. It's a good thing it wasn't anything breakable. It's just car parts inside. But my uncle's neighbor, who, like, when I lived there, he was there, so like I've known him for, like, his kids were little babies when I lived there, and now one of them just graduated high school and the other one is going to be a like a state trooper. So that's how long he's been living there. But he has, like, him and my uncle are friends because they're both car nerds, so everything to do with cars and crap. That's why I'm lucky that I don't typically have to go to a mechanic, because I have so many people that I know that do cars and stuff. But in his garage, he literally has everything that an auto body shop has. So, like, he even has the lift, so like you can have your car way up in the air and he's diddling around with it. But he said that he would do the change the brake pads and rotors for us, and he doesn't want any money for it. But I'm gonna offer him, like, I'm gonna make him ice cream or something, because I feel bad that he's doing it for nothing. But then again, like, he doesn't, he's like computer illiterate, like not as bad. Well, Steven is not as bad as he is. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, Steven has a lot of issues with learning computer stuff, but this guy, he has me order car parts and stuff on Amazon for him all the time because he can't figure out how to do it. So it was basically like, you do that for me all the time, so I will change your brake pads and rotors and everything. But we're hoping that's what it is, because my uncle didn't get to investigate it as much as he wanted to, because we had to cut it short when he cut his finger. But like he has a hunch that that's what it is the brake, like they saw that the brake pads were all worn down, so it could be that. It's just not making the typical noise that the car would make in that situation, I guess. So we're gonna try that, and if it's not that, then the only other thing it can really be is the axle, which is gonna be like $80, so it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Like, we're only doing our front brake pads right now, because you can't just do one side at a time. If you gotta at least do both fronts and then do both the backs later. So like in a month or two, I'm gonna have to change the back ones, because it's better to do them all at a similar time. And we need to get a friggin' sticker for the Jeep anyway, so we may as well get all this fixed now, so that it'll pass inspection. I wish I lived in one of the states that doesn't make you get a goddamn inspection sticker every year, because it's such a pain in the ass. It really is, on top of like the excise tax that they charge you for your vehicle every year, and friggin' every couple years you have to get your registration sticker and all that. So it's just such a pain in the ass. Like, they find any way to charge you for everything. But anyway, my uncle went today to go back to the hospital because, like, the financial department, they set him up with that. And then they got him all set with Mass Health, which is what I had been telling him to sign up for that for years, because he he doesn't work because he was taking care of my grandpa for so long, and now he's taking care of my grandma. She can't be home alone all day long. It's kind of like the situation with Steven's grandma. Like, I was home all day with her, and then he would do like the lifting her and stuff when he'd get home from work. So I've been telling him for years, you sign up for Mass Health and they cover pretty much everything, especially when you don't work. So he got all set up with that today, and now he's got like the dental and everything, which he's been paying like $1,000-something every time he goes to the dentist, because he has to have cavities filled and a bunch of work done and stuff. And I'm like, if you had signed up for this, like I told you years ago, you would have saved so much money because your insurance would have covered it. It's freaking stubborn. But anyway, that's like a relief there, because I don't have to worry about, oh no, they're not going to pay for this, they're not going to pay for that. I just had Walmart deliver a case of water, because I can't believe water is usually the first thing I put into my cart when I'm ordering through the app for grocery delivery or to go pick it up or whatever, and I completely forgot it when I got the groceries on Sunday. So we like just ran out of water yesterday, and I told Steven, I was like, don't worry, I'll just have them deliver it tomorrow, because he takes like 3 or 4 waters with him to work every day, especially now that it's getting warmer outside. Hiccups. So I just got a case. I get the big case of like 40, and then I'll just get another one when I get the groceries on Saturday or Sunday, because we have to go to my grandma's now so that the neighbor can do the brakes and rotors for us, and I don't know if we're going on Saturday or Sunday. Sunday would probably be better, but I'm gonna have to text my uncle now actually and ask him what day, because that's gonna mess up whatever day I get my groceries. I don't know which day I'm gonna get them delivered. So remember I got this thing for the shower that's just like a, what do you call it? It's just like a tension rod thing to hold stuff, because all we have in this shower is this little lip right here and the bar, and then like there's a little shelf down there. There's not really anywhere to store anything. I have this thing stuck there that I cannot get off. I don't know how I'm ever going to get that off when I need to, but this thing was good in theory, but it was very flimsy. So this shelf already broke and it's like dangling there. For this thing to work, it would have to be like a permanent installation type thing, and I just need to get rid of it now because the shelves are breaking. So it's not even like I overloaded them. I know it looks like there's a ton of crap on there, but it's because that one broke and I had to put some stuff on there, and there's like nothing on the one where Steven puts crap. But I'm gonna get rid of this one. I have one coming on the way that hangs over the door. And now the only thing I'm worrying about is if it's going to work or not, because I have sliding doors on this shower. So, like, I don't know. Oh, I'm glad that didn't fall on my toe. I'm probably going to put it on the outside of the shower, because if I put it on the inside, it's going to whack every time the door opens and closes. You know what I mean? So it might be annoying in that aspect, because I'm going to have to make sure I grab the stuff I want and then bring it in the shower with me. I don't know, it just sucks to have a shower that doesn't have any damn shelving inside of it. I finally just took down all my Easter stuff and I put up my summer stuff. So my little fruits that I got last year, I think, and all the little thingies that Aiden painted for me, all my Target birds, which these are gonna have to be rearranged because there's 2 new ones this year, so I've got to get those. And there's a couple of these little felt guys this year that I want to get. I saw like I think it was a hot dog and ketchup to go with the ketchup and mustard one, and then there's like a popsicle and an ice cream cone. But these are just so cute to just liven up the kitchen. Well, they used to go in the living room, but that shelf is not there anymore because the cat tree is there now. But I just like them up on my kitchen counters. I'm a mess right now. I'm all sweaty because I cleaned out the whole shower. I wanted to put that new shower over the door thing in that I got to store all the shampoos and stuff. And I think I decided I'm gonna dye my hair tonight because it's really getting to me now. And when I was straightening it last, I found all sorts of spots in here that I missed last time I did it. So I'm gonna try and do a really thorough, all through my head dye job when I do it tonight. It's only 2 o'clock, but Aiden got out of his last class early because he had all his stuff done. She let them leave early today. I got stuff in the mail today that I might just do like a haul video on because I know you guys like haul videos. But I wanted to talk about these two things. Well, one is not bad, but one is like, I feel like I was duped. And I'm gonna get the website up so I can tell you like prices and stuff. But I had to get this stuff off the Essence website because Ulta didn't have these things. They have this collection called the So Mesmerizing collection. And there was a couple things I wanted from it, but all right, so the first thing I got, this, it was called Liquid Lip Balm, and I thought it was really cool because it's a mermaid tail. And it said like you can hook it onto a keychain, but it didn't come with a ring or anything on it, so it's just got a little hole. And so it's fine, I'm not gonna clip this to my bag anyway. But it's kind of like awkward to get out of the packaging. So this part is the wand, and then the lip balm is in here. There must not be much in there because it feels like there's hardly anything in here. It has like a very faint bubblegum scent to it. It feels good on the lips. It's not like, it's not super shiny, but it's not sticky or anything. It feels decent on the lips. So this is not a total fail. This was $4.99. So, I mean, Essence, if you're familiar with them, you can get them at Ulta. Their products at Ulta, and they're pretty affordable. I like a lot of their eyeshadows. Some of their other things are hit or miss, and they've made like some of my favorite mascaras ever. So the reason I went on the website in the first place was because I had been seeing this and I was like, that looks so cool. It's called the So Mesmerizing Highlighter Glaze. First of all, it's definitely smaller than I thought it was going to be. I didn't expect it to be like a little pan. I thought it would be like a big highlighter pan, but that is not my issue with this. It is, it's definitely not like, the little stars on the website look super shimmery and pretty, and they're just like kind of blah in person, and then you have these little white pearls in there. But it looked like it was in like a silvery white, almost like a cream product. So what this is just dry white pearls of pigment and little stars of pigment, and it's in like a clear gel. I thought it was Vaseline because that's what it feels like, and I don't know if you can even tell because like I couldn't tell on the website. There's no color to the gel, even though it makes it look like it's a shimmery whitish color. There's no color in this clear like slimy gel, and then it just looks like the backing that they poured it over is silver to make it look like that was actually gonna give you some pigmentation. So basically it's just these little white balls with poorly pigmented pink stars, and like that's what you get out of it. It's not a really great product whatsoever. I don't know if you can even see in this lighting. It hardly, like, it doesn't really even give you a glow or anything. It's just slightly sparkly. So that was a bummer, but it was only $5.99. I'm just pissed that it's not, doesn't look like what the picture looks like. It was just a bummer. So I'll put that in either like a fails and faves video or a haul video, but I don't really have anything else to warrant doing a haul video right now. So yeah. And then Aiden got one of these. I was getting something on Hot Topic. I was ordering t-shirts the other day, and he was sitting right here and he saw these and he was like, oh, I want one. So these are another one of those blind bag collectible things. They're from Squishmallows. Squishmallows. I say it mellows because like I say marshmallow, so Squishmallow. They're called Squishums. Yeah, Squishums. And this is series 3. So there's 6 different characters you can get. And he really wants the burger one because he loves burgers. So I'm going to have to get him a couple more of these because the one that he got was the little boba tea called Poplina. But it's so cute. This is like the perfect size little stress ball thing for kids' hands. And what I like about this is it doesn't have... I'm getting sparkles all over it. It doesn't have like a circle on the bottom, like a seal, I guess, like most of these squishy toys do, because after a while that seal breaks and then the slime or whatever is inside it ends up busting everywhere, and he hates when that happens. So I don't know, this one doesn't look very breakable, which is pretty cool. Maybe they finally perfected a way to make these things and not have them bust everywhere. But it's super cute, and hopefully next time I find them for him, he can get the the burger one. That would be ideal. But yeah, I have a bunch of stuff I have to finish for the day. I'm actually going to go downstairs and do the rest of the Bath and Body stuff that I need to do, because there's only a few things I need to make for this sale that I just had last week, the sale that ended last week. I can't keep them straight anymore because I feel like I just have one after the other. But I'm gonna go do that now, because that way I can devote the entire weekend to just doing eyeshadows. I did all the highlighters yesterday, so I feel pretty accomplished there. I got all that done, and I was able to get some cleaning done today because I took down all the Easter and spring stuff, and I put up my summer stuff. Even though it's not summer yet, it's still springtime. I just wanted the Easter stuff out of there because I've been looking at it for months now. And then this stuff will most likely stay up until end of summer when all the Halloween stuff starts coming out, and I get excited for that and start decorating. So that is what I did today. I had to get a new box for the Easter stuff because I forgot that I used the Easter box for something else. I think I used it to take packages to the post office the day that I had decorated for Easter. So I used a box that I had sitting up here, which I needed to use for packages, but now I'm going to have to... I'm sure I'll have another one by the end of the week, because we go on Saturdays to go to the post office. And then I brought all the summer stuff up, which is there's not a ton of. I have like Aiden's popsicle garland that I put on his door. That's his little summer decoration. And then what else? My summer birds and the stuff that I showed you downstairs. That's it. I have to get something for the front door because I thought I had a summer thing. I know I had like a sun, one that was shaped like a sun or something, because I used to put it on Aiden's door a lot, and I don't know what I did with that one. I'm gonna have to see if Target or Walmart is usually where I get those front door signs from for the holidays and stuff, because they're pretty cheap. And the front of our house, I complain about it all the time. You're probably sick of hearing me say it, but the front of the house gets so sun-beaten and sun damaged. No matter what you put out there, it's gonna be ruined by the end of the season. So I'm just gonna look on Walmart real quick and see if they have some sort of summer door hanging. Well, it's a lot of like beach stuff. The beach is my happy place, not mine. I hate going to the beach. I'm not a hot weather person. I enjoyed it when we went to Florida because that was like a vacation situation, but other than that, and it sucks because Aiden loves the beach. Well, there's a cute one with a watermelon that says summertime. There's a cute one with a lemonade that says hello summer. So my dishwasher is working again. And this is the stupidest thing because it's kind of what I thought was wrong with it. I turned it on again just for the hell of it to see if it would start draining. Like, I turned it on just to put some water in it, and then I canceled it because when you cancel it, it just starts draining. And this time, instead of making no noise going to the sink like it was doing, I heard like something shot out and then it started draining. So something was stuck right where like the little drain hose goes from the dishwasher and meets the sink drain. Something must have been stuck right there where I couldn't see it and just like rotted enough that it finally shrunk and shot out. But yeah, I'm happy that works now. I'm doing a load of dishes right now because I had some in the sink and I was like, yes, I can just throw them in the dishwasher again. Also, I got this set of, I think it was 6 little dish towels from Amazon. They have like a built-in thing to hang it up on the hook. And they're so soft and they actually like, how many came in this pack? I feel like I have a ton of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there was 6 of them altogether, I think, unless there's some in the wash, but I don't think there is. But they're so super soft, and normally nice soft dishcloths like this don't actually absorb any water. Like, you'll go to dry dishes with it and it just mushes the water around and doesn't actually dry it. These actually dry it, so I'm very excited about that because these are really nice. I should have gotten 2 because they were on that Mama Deals coupon thing that I use, and they were only $5.99, I think. Because before, I've gotten, where's the other ones that I have? I got these off of there too. It was like a 12-pack of these things. And when they came, I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? It's these little tiny things that are like, they're not microfiber. They feel like a stuffed animal or something. They don't dry anything. They don't even dry your hands if you go to wipe them off. So I've just been using them for rags and stuff. Like, I used one of these when I was using the stain stuff to help the scratches on the door frame. So, and then I just threw it in the wash and all the stuff came off of it. So they're good for rags, but they're not really good for dishcloths, and they were being marketed as dishcloths. So I never really understood what people use those for, but they're good to have, I guess, when I need a rag for something. But anyway, I just thought I would tell you guys that my dishwasher is working again. It was just a stupid piece of food or something stuck where I couldn't see it. And there is an issue with like the control panel though, because like I'll open it and shut it and have to open and shut it a few times before I can actually get the buttons to work. So I don't know what that's about, but at least for now I can do dishes in there again. But I'm gonna get back to doing what I was doing down here. I'm trying to make some stuff. And the bandages came. Remember I said I ordered some of the self-stick bandages from my uncle off of Amazon. I got smiley faces. I got this was just a like a 5-pack, so these all came in 1 pack. Little doggies. He's probably not gonna want to use anything but the smiley faces, but I'm gonna be like, I'm doing this for you, so you're gonna let me put on what ones I want. Little blue cars. He might go for that one too. I don't know. I know he won't use the pink kitties, so I will save that. Sometimes I like to wrap my wrist because my wrist has been bugging me lately, so I can use this for that. And then these are just paw prints, blue paw prints. So I have all these anyway, so you won't have to buy any more, and hopefully he'll be somewhat healed by the time we go through this stuff. I don't even know if we'll go through all of these. It is Monday. I am gonna try and get you caught up on the weekend because I feel I didn't film anything this weekend, and sometimes I do on like Saturdays or Sundays, but I did not film anything this weekend. So, I had a shitty Mother's Day yesterday. Basically, on Friday, I started a period again, which this one, according to my app, this would have been when I was supposed to get my period anyway. But you guys know I friggin' had one for like 2 weeks straight. Just very, very light, unlike my normal monthly cycle. And then it stopped for a week. And then on Friday in the morning, it was starting again. And I'm like, oh, great. But I checked that when I was looking at my app, I'm like, this is when I'm supposed to get it. So this should just be a normal one. And Friday and Saturday were okay. Yesterday, I was like bleeding so much that it was becoming worrisome. And it's still pretty heavy today. Like, I'm so tired. I'm just, like, everything I'm looking up is perimenopausal stuff. And like, oh, when you turn 40, a lot of women start getting super, super heavy periods, which I'm used to it because when I was younger, they were always really heavy. But I'm not really used to it now because for years, since I had Aiden, it's been very light and manageable, no cramps or anything. I'm having super bad cramps again. I'm bleeding through, like, I had to have Walmart bring Ultra tampons. Never in my life have I used an Ultra tampon before. So I got those yesterday to just kind of make me more comfortable because it was every hour I was having to change the super ones. Today it's lightened up a bit, but it's still pretty heavy for this to be like the third day of my period. Like the third full day. Or I guess the fourth if I started Friday morning. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I don't know. So, like, I was talking to my grandma last night, and she didn't make me feel any better because she was like, oh yeah, that's what started happening to me around your age. That's why I had my hysterectomy. And I'm like, I always thought that she had her hysterectomy when she had my uncle, her last child. I don't know why I thought that. I guess I just wasn't listening when her and my mom were talking about it or telling me about it. But yeah, she had a hysterectomy when she was my age because she was bleeding too much every month. But also, like, back then, it's kind of like, I've got my sandwich here, I'm waiting to eat it. Maybe they didn't have as much knowledge back then and just decided take everything out, you know, to stop the issue. There's like there's medications and stuff now and everything. It's just, this is such a pain in the ass. I'm aggravated with my body right now. I already don't feel good about turning 40 in July, and now this is happening, and friggin' I have yet to go into my insurance and figure out what doctor I need to go to, because if this is going to be happening every month, it's like affecting my day-to-day, because like I cannot leave the house or do anything if I wanted to because it's just, I don't want to keep talking about it because I know not everybody wants to hear about my period, but it's very aggravating. I think I'm going to do that right now, actually, is go on to my, because I still haven't set us up with a primary care doctor and everything. It's so, I don't understand any of this crap with insurance. Like, I've gone through so many different insurance companies over the years. Oh, is my keyboard not working now? Is the battery dead? Freaking of course, right? Today is Tuesday. I feel much better today. I'm not bleeding at all today, so I don't know what's going on with my body, but I feel 100 times better today. So I had to change my uncle's bandage on his finger again this morning, and Aiden doesn't have school today and tomorrow because it's the MCAS testing, so I didn't have him go to that again, obviously. It's the science this week, and then next Tuesday and Wednesday is the math one. And it's just, they cram all this stuff into the end of the year. They did their last STAR 360 testing, which is that other testing that they do online, so he does that one all the time. They do it 4 times a year, and that, I believe, is the week after next. So, like, right up till the end of the school year, they're making them take all these damn tests. Anyway, I'm having some ice cream because I got these little cardboard pints from Amazon, because it just makes it easier when I make some for my grandma and my uncle and stuff. And I made rum raisin, which is like my favorite ice cream flavor ever. And everybody thinks I'm weird because like half the people I say it to don't even like have never even heard of it. But this was a flavor that the creamery up the street from my grandma's house always used to have. They probably still have it, but I haven't been there in so long because they got so expensive. And rum raisin was just my favorite. It's hard to find. I believe the only like commercial brand that sells it here is Haagen-Dazs, and they don't sell it in like a half gallon or anything like normal ice cream in the store. You have to get the little pints of it. But I made it myself and it was pretty good. I didn't use real rum though. I used like the rum flavoring, so it could probably be better if I used real rum. And then I used seedless raisins. And also I think I'm gonna start doing some videos on like recipes I've come up with, because I have tweaked everything that I've seen recipes for, because everything wants you to use like either cream cheese, which that just seems weird to me to make ice cream with cream cheese, and heavy cream, which has a bunch of saturated fat in it and stuff, and I try to stay away from that. So I have tweaked everything that I've found recipes for so far, except for like the Italian ice, because that's just super simple to make. And I've been using like dairy-free creamer in the place of heavy cream, because while that has sugar in it, most of the recipes want you to use a half a cup of sugar, which is 100 grams of sugar in like 2 pints, because the double pint thing makes 2 pints of ice cream when you mix it up. So I've been using the dairy-free creamer, which I did the math, and that comes out to 40 grams of sugar. And then you just don't add sugar, like granulated sugar to it. So it's less sugar, it's super tasty. I use lactose-free milk because Steven and Aiden both get belly aches if they drink regular milk. I do too if I drink too much of it. Like, I'm not heavily lactose intolerant, but I just prefer to just get lactose-free milk now because it's easier on everybody's tummy. So my basis for ice cream has been 1.5 cups of the lactose-free milk, 1/2 cup of the dairy-free creamer, and then you usually, like, a lot of them tell you to use a few tablespoons of like pudding mix for whatever is going to go with the flavor of ice cream that you're doing. Like I'm stocking up on vanilla pudding mix because most of the ones that I've been doing is like a vanilla base, and then my favorite one so far is the cookies and cream that I did, because I just made a vanilla base and then you mix crushed up Oreos into it, and that one is so good. I made plain chocolate. I've done like a chocolate peanut butter one with peanut butter cups mixed into it that Steven was in love with the other night. And that one was actually really good, and I'm not a big fan of peanut butter. But I really liked that one. And what else have I made? I made strawberry today for the neighbor, my uncle's neighbor that fixed our Jeep. And God, I've done so many. So I did like a chocolate caramel one. I did Italian ice, which that's going to be fun for the summertime because we love Italian ice in the summer. And you can get, like, once you get the base down, which is super easy to make because it's usually just like a powdered drink mix mixed with hot water and then you freeze it. Like I just had plain lemonade drink mix, so I did that and I added blue raspberry flavor to it, and it was so good. Not blue raspberry, mixed berry flavor to it. Because I have tons of flavor oils that are edible for making lip glosses and stuff, so I used that. And then, like, you can make any flavor lemonade from that, so any other flavor you want to mix in. It's been fun so far, messing with stuff, so I might do some recipes for it. If anybody's interested in that, if you have a Ninja Creami and you want me to do some recipes, just doing recipes in general is something I'm interested in doing in the future here. Just to mix it up, because all I've been doing is vlogs lately, and that can get boring after a while. I know that my vlogs do not get as many views as other stuff on this channel, so I don't know why I keep doing it. It's just a fun way to, like, vent during the week when I'm on here. So I do have to go put this back in the freezer though, because I don't want any more of this right now. It's super rich. So like I can't eat any more than that in a sitting. um, Plus I have super sensitive teeth, and as much as I like ice cream and cold stuff, it kills my teeth. So I've also been making labels for them with my Cricut Maker, but I didn't make one for this, so this one I just wrote on. But I have to get some more of these now because I've been making so many for my grandma. Oh, I made peach sorbet too. That one was really good. But I have to go on Amazon and see. I also I had an Amazon business account a while ago, and it was aggravating me because I had to switch back and forth between my personal and my business one. But I just signed up for it again because they're doing this, I guess, I don't know if they do it every year or what, but I just heard about it, that they do this small business grant thing. But you have to have an Amazon business account to apply for it. And they're giving away a bunch of money to small businesses as long as you make under $1 million a year in revenue, which I'm way below that. So you can apply for it. So that would be really awesome. I think they're giving some, like, the grand prize is $25,000, and then they're giving 4 people $20,000, and then like runners up get $10,000 or something. Like, if I won $25,000 for a grant, that would help my business so much because I'd be able to stock up on stuff and just have tons and tons of supplies, which would be so helpful because I wouldn't have to worry about, oh, I'm running out of this, I'm running out of this. But I'm gonna go for it because why the hell not? What did I come on here for? I was looking for ice cream pints because I need to get some more of them. And I got these kind because they're like the biodegradable and everything, so way better than, they do have like reusable silicone ones and stuff, but you get 4 of them for $20, which isn't bad. But I just feel like the amount I've been giving to my grandma and stuff and having to bring them back and forth, and it's just easier to use the disposable ones. And the business account thing is cool because there's certain things that I get, like supplies and stuff, that you get an even bigger discount on if you have a business account. Ooh, they have reusable like quart containers too, like the long ones. Those are cool. I could just make big batches of ice cream and store them like that. It is Thursday already, and I realized that I didn't upload last week's vlog, so you know by now, if you're watching this, that this is this week's and last week's combined, because I didn't really film anything this week. I've just been working on like eyeshadows and stuff all week, so there was really nothing to film or talk about, so this is just going to be another 2-week-in-one type video. I feel so bad because Steven forgot his lunchbox this morning. He texted me like 20 minutes after he left. It was like, God damn it, I forgot my lunchbox. I can't believe I did that. And like, if I had a second car right now, I would have just driven it to him, but we still only have one vehicle, so... So he called me to tell me that he stopped at Cumberland Farms and got a sandwich there and a drink or whatever, so I was all worried that he didn't have anything to eat all day, but I'm like, he works near a bunch of places, so he could have just stopped and grabbed something. But yeah, I'm just gonna get to work. I have about a half an hour before Aiden has to go back on for his last class, and then I'll have the rest of the day to be able to work and get as much stuff done to go out this weekend. Well, today and tomorrow I'll be able to work on that. And tomorrow I have to friggin' change my uncle's bandage again, so he's coming over at some point in the afternoon, and I'm hoping that he comes at like a little before lunchtime, because Aiden has speech at 1 o'clock and I have to be on there with him to do that, so if he's still here. It took him forever to get the bandage off the last couple times because, like, obviously it's sticking to the wound and he's having a fit over it. So if that happens again tomorrow, he's gonna have to just sit downstairs and wait until Aiden's done with that half hour of speech. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but I'm hoping I can get work done. But yeah, that is it. I'm actually going to go edit this right now so that it can get up in a timely manner this time, and I'll talk to you guys next week.